Final question, and somewhat related to the PR business. As someone who has worked from home since 2000, I love how you've embraced the idea of working from home. How do employers and employees successfully leverage work from home? And what do you think about companies that are making their employees return to the office? And what's your own approach to running your own business when it comes to working from home?
Another big question, Mark. So I've worked in the office my whole career until I started Crackle. And I'm not here today to tell you that working in the office is evil or bad or any of those things. I think that there are a variety of professions that require you to be present. There's the doctors and construction workers and line workers and a million different things where you have to physically be there. So I get that. In corporate America, however, I think that COVID really pulled back the curtain on the absurdity of needing to be 40 hours in a cubicle in the office that you commute an hour to, because it's always been done that way. We've just always done it that way. So we'll always continue to do it that way. And I think where we're at now is that there are a whole hell of a lot of companies that are just waiting until their leases finally expire on this expensive ass real estate. And then they're going to start incorporating policies like hybrid or remote or some combination thereof. But the hardliners who are locked into these releases, and they tend to be older folks who have been around a long time and are reluctant to change, they're forcing their people to come in. So I think those people are quickly going to become dinosaurs. I think flexibility is the way forward. And whether it's hybrid or remote, it's up to the company to decide. But that's kind of the direction all this is heading. And if there's a silver lining of COVID, it's that. Now, for us, we were born virtual or remote or distributed or whatever you want to call it. And we have people all over the country. I have people in the Bay Area, in Denver, and Idaho, and Pennsylvania, and New Hampshire, and Boston. And we're able to be in every time zone, which is fantastic. In some cases, I haven't met in person some of my employees yet, even though they've worked for me for a year. But I talk to them all the time on a platform just like this. And you're able to establish relationships, believe it or not, just like we're doing right now, Mark. And we have team meetings and weekly meetings, and we have all kinds of cultural events that we do online. Then occasionally I'll fly everybody in and we'll get together face to face, which I think is important occasionally, to kind of just do a little in-person brainstorming and bonding and just connect, skin to skin, shake hands and fist bumps and some of that. But for us, it's been really phenomenal. I think part of it is having people self-identify what they want to do professionally. Do they want to be people that go to the office? Because they're not going to come work for me. And that's fine. But everybody that has worked for me and joined up with me knew what we are and what we do. And so therefore, they've all opted in to this. And surprise, surprise, one person is left in 3 years. I think this whole notion that you can't have a distributed remote team be successful or have a cultural fit is ridiculous. Because to me, culture means how you feel on Sunday night about going to work on Monday. And I'll say it again, one person is left in 3 years, which is ridiculous in terms of the attrition rates in a typical PR agency environment. You can cite all kinds of reasons why people need to be in the office, why they need to commute an hour to and from work, why they need to miss their kids' games to come to the office. And I'm going to say that's a bunch of bullshit. That's a decision that you're imposing on your people because of one reason or another, whether it's we've always done it this way, it's your real estate costs, whatever. But I say it's poppycock.